Well, it is great to see you all here. Thank you so much for coming. Embracing your fear is the theme today. Well, I want you to imagine being in a room full of parents. You're trying to give them new tips of how to manage your children. Suddenly you freeze up and you can't remember what to say to them. What happened? Your anxiety took over your body, and this can happen to you if you don't know how to manage your fear. Positive thinking. Poet Waldo Emerson quoted, "You will become what you think about all day long." This means that our thoughts will become our actions. Whatever we think that we can do, right? So, when facing anxiety, whenever you're facing anxiety, if you follow simple steps, they are self-help tips, you will be facing anxiety with courage. So, this takes me to what we're going to cover today. I want to share 2 tips with you today. The first one will be defining anxiety, and the second one will be self-therapy information to help you deal with your fear. So, with this in mind, let's define anxiety. What is anxiety? According to psychology.com, anxiety, we must know about it, because if you don't know what you're dealing with, how can you help yourselves? So there's 3 facts that we should know about anxiety. Let's review fact number 1. Anxiety is normal. Everybody has anxiety in our lives. So it is a normal response to something that we're not familiar with. Riding a roller coaster, going to an interview, or your first day at work. Something that we are not familiar with. And you know that according to the Mental Institute in USA, there's 18% of US population affected by anxiety. Women are affected 2 times more than men. And do you think you can use anxiety to your convenience? Yes, you can. According to this great author, his name is Gregory Hamilton. He wrote a book about public speaking. He told us, public speakers do the greatest speeches when they use the anxiety to their convenience, because they use adrenaline to deliver really enthusiastic speech. So if they can do that, we all can do it. It's all in our minds. Let's look at fact number 2. There you go. Fact number 2. Anxiety is not dangerous, is it? Experts say that it is just a feeling that comes to help us protect ourselves from when real danger comes. It's only like a smoke alarm that goes off when there's really not a real fire. So there's nothing to be afraid of it. Fact number 3. Anxiety is secret. You know that people can't really tell that you're anxious? Most people can't tell you're anxious. Personally, when I feel really nervous, I think people out there, they're like feeling what I think and how I feel, but I'm wrong. This takes me to a really good quote that I always like from Mark Twain. It goes, "Man is the only animal that blushes or needs to." I think this is a very good quote. You know why? Because all of us, we already know our fears, we know our actions, and we are always worrying about what are they going to say about me. We worry too much about what others think about our actions. Now, this takes me to step number two, the tip number 2, which is self-therapy to deal with your anxiety. Self-awareness. According to selftherapy.org, the The best way to deal with your anxiety is dealing it personally, yourselves, to become aware of what's going on in your bodies. Through meditation. The main goal is for you to control your thoughts. Treat anxiety as if it was a person. Do you know that we can do that? Well, experts say, especially selftherapy.org says, treat anxiety as a person. You're supposed to feel it. You're supposed to confront it and accept it. Speaking to yourself. Really? How am I going to speak to myself? Well, we're supposed to speak to the anxiety. You're supposed to embrace it, and you're supposed to describe it. So, first of all, you're going to sit in a comfortable position. You're going to relax and close your eyes. Okay? Then you're going to breathe in and then breathe out a few times, and you can do that every day for 5 minutes. That's what is recommended. And then welcome the fear. Try to find the fear that is bothering you. Your butterflies, your shaking hands, or your headache. Greet it and say, for example, you can say, hello butterflies. It is okay for you to be there. You know, I can do it with you or without you. That's how you talk to your anxiety. Then the next thing that you need to do, you have to describe what you're feeling. You can say something like, anxiety, you pressure in my chest, or nervousness, you're hurting my head. You know, the main goal is for you to have control over all your emotions. That is called self-therapy. You control what you feel. And if you think you can, then you can do it. This brings me to pretty much the end of my little presentation. I'm just going to review the 2 tips that I share with you. Defining anxiety and the self-therapy tips that will help you deal with anxiety. With this in mind, so whenever you're facing anxiety, follow the simple steps to help you deal with it. And you will be in control of your own emotions, which is the main goal of self-therapy. So remember, the more you practice, the weaker your anxiety will be. Now, I just want to thank you for being here today. You guys are just such a great audience. And I just hope that you take one tip away, something that you learned today. I hope you take something away for you to practice every day in your lives. So when anxiety visits your body, that you know what to do. Face it with courage. Do you guys have any questions? Well, with that said, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. And enjoy your evening.